Well, I don't know if you remember my previous video, and it's pretty windy, on when I came down and filled up that water bottle. Well, this is after one day of storms. We didn't have any tornadoes, but not too far from here we did. Check this out when I show you this, okay? And if you remember, way out by those trees there is where I was standing when I filled up that water bottle. So you see what happens here? When we get a storm, the water rises quick. And if you can see those banks way over there, the water can actually go that high, and this here would all be gone. See that? So this is why these rocks are here, because the river pushes them down, and then they end up on the side. And this is why you should never camp beside a river, unless you really know your weather. There are two things that happen camping on a river. You get a lot of condensation from fog in the morning, and the river could swell, and you could end up being in it and lose all your equipment. So it's pretty amazing. I don't expect to get a whole lot, but I thought I'd spend the day coming down and do some fishing. Not quite sure what we're going to use, but got a bunch of pokey minnows there. I have been buying, that's crazy glue, it's not open in case you get a cut or something. I have been buying a little bit here, a little bit there of lures. There's some plastic worm, a couple of head nets, never know when you need those, fishing license. We're going to need probably some sinkers. Never know, might need some pliers. And then I've got, a whole bunch of these. I have no idea if they work, if they're any good. I see a lot of guys bragging about them, so I bought some. This came in the other day. It's a power bait. I might try it and see how it does. But I got bobbers. These little hammers are for fixing my motor. That's for starting a fire if I need be. Big old flashlight. Does it work? Oh yeah. Another little flashlight. Fillet knife for filleting the fish. I got another little knife here I carry. Got a little of everything. That's a cotter pin for the motor. A couple lighters. Yeah, not bad. So I guess I'll bait up a fishing rod and see if we catch anything. There's even I even carry a Swiss Army knife in here. Got a little bit of everything. Now I've got a little rubber fish on there. It seems pretty light to me. It doesn't sink very good. It's not very heavy. And it might be because this water's moving at a good pace. If I was out there in the canoe right now, you really wouldn't want that motor dying because there's a heavy, heavy current out there in that section. I think I'm going to try something different though. Okay, I got something I want to show you guys. I bought this like a year ago. I've used it a couple of times. It's called the fillet claw. This thing here has a can opener. Whoops, let me get that. Okay, here it is. It's called the fillet claw. See how it's got these little teeth here on the front? That grabs the skin, and you run the knife down the skin. I've got a chance to use it twice. It works pretty good when your hands get real slimy. I haven't seen too much on it. I had to go to an actual owner's website to get it, but it seems to work pretty good. There's our fisherman. He's trying to catch some fish. Of course, I think the lure is supposed to be in the water. I think the lure is supposed to be in the water, not on top. Oh, you're using a frog. So yeah, that rides on top. Nice cast. Good job. You professional fisherman. Now it'd be nice if you catch a fish while I'm recording you. I ain't catching nothing. Been out here for, heck, I don't know, a couple hours. Ain't catching nothing at all. So now I got some pink stuff on. Really stinks. With a hook and a sinker. I got the sinker sitting on the bottom, and then I got the hook kind of sitting up in the air. And I casted it over there, but the sinker kind of bounced across the bottom, and I think it's hooked in there now. It's not catching anything. Water's probably too fast for what it is. This was an easy place to get into. Oh, I can't believe how high that water is. That's just amazing. I haven't seen any boats, no people. All I hear is that backhoe out there working on that bridge. Apparently it's supposed to take a year for this bridge to be made. And it kind of sucks because I used to go across that bridge to go out and put my pack on and walk around the track. Now it's like an extra mile out of your way, which is kind of a pain in the butt. And it is windy, so I hope it's coming out okay. I really do. My rod's just kind of doing this, right? Not catching any. I've seen people on YouTube catching sheephead, and they were taking them home and eating them. Now in Canada, we always looked at a sheephead like a garbage fish, like a carp, and we never kept it. You know, a lot of Americans, black Americans, used to come down to Canada, and they used to fish for the carp, and they loved catching them. I couldn't. We tried tasting carp one time, and oh, it tasted awful. I didn't like the taste of carp at all. It's a garbage fish. It eats off the bottom. What we normally kept was a form of catfish, which was black and white. Pike, we'd fillet those. Peckerel, those are really good. Filleted those. Muskie. Cut some big muskie, man. Oh boy. I'd say probably 4 feet long. The muskie we caught. It was amazing. And the way people caught muskie, I can't even tell you on YouTube. Nope. What they used to do back in the old days was just sadistic. Is what it was. Let's just say the bait they used was, that's what it was. I never did, but I heard of guys using that. But we're supposed to have pike here. We're supposed to have, I guess we're supposed to have muskie, I don't know. But usually when I put a rod in up in Canada, in 10 minutes we'll catch a fish. Now here they stock a lot, so I don't know. And I know they haven't stocked anything yet because they got trout too. But that, whoa, I'm gonna lose my hat. That water's just a moving. And I don't know how good this is gonna turn out. I hope it turns out pretty good because it's windy. I got the muff on my microphone, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. It's a good test for it. If it turns out pretty good, then it means this thing will take a heck of a lot of wind. I kind of curious about that myself. No way of knowing until I get home and start editing. But again, I'll take another shot of this, and you'll see those trees out there. I can usually walk out to those trees, okay? And like I said, the video I filled up the jar with water to test it, I walked all the way out between those trees before filling up. So you can get an idea how unpredictable our rivers are here in Tennessee. And they're very dangerous. I'm not sure if you can see the current out there. And every year, there's people that get stuck in those currents, their boat motors don't start or something goes wrong. And they get in trouble. Like I had some people ask me, why do you have a canoe? Why didn't you get a big flatboat? I might in time. Who knows? I'd rather have a canoe out in that with a boat motor, because if it stops working, at least I can glide it in the shore and stuff, where a flatboat is a lot harder to control with a paddle. But I mean, I guess they're going to move the bridge down. The bridge is like, I don't know if you can see it, it's up there. And they got this side torn down. I guess they're going to move the bridge down a little bit and move it over. I don't know. They tore down the bridge. They're putting a new bridge in. It'll take a year. And apparently they're replacing all our sewer pipes is what they're doing. So, and you see the way, I don't know if you can see that, but if you see the way those trees are all tangled up and meshed together like, like a spider web. I mean, just look at that closely. The way those trees are all, like, you wouldn't even think of them as hardwood. You would literally think of that as like, like a rubber, the way they all tied up. Now imagine a flood. You get caught in it. You're a good swimmer. And you're keeping yourself above water, treading water, and you start coming toward that mess. And then you look up the river, and you see more of those coming towards you. It doesn't matter how good of a swimmer you are. You hit that mess there, well, and then you got the trees coming down, that'll be the end of you. It'll crush you right there. They'll just find pieces of you. That is a very, very dangerous situation there. A lot of people don't think about that when they're sitting on shore and they think, everything's good. It's not good. There's a lot of danger looking at you from out there. So, and some people will actually camp, because that's all flat ground there. A lot of people camp there. Storm comes in and then the water starts coming in their tent. You got to be aware of what's going on. We even had a couple roads we lost. The banks had caved in and then half the road was gone. So you even got to be careful when you're driving down the road here in Tennessee, especially in storms. And if it's windy, when I was a kid, we were told the roots grew down. And if the tree, was 100 feet high, the roots went 100 feet into the earth. And that's what we were taught in school. It was even in our textbooks. Well, that was a lie. The roots actually grow out. They don't grow very deep into the ground. They're like maybe 2, 3, 4 feet. And they grow outward is what they do. Kind of like an umbrella. And when they get uprooted here in Tennessee and they fall over, you end up with this big, you can make a shelter out of it actually. He's trying to set his rod up. So you can use the pink stuff. And the lures didn't work. We didn't catch nothing on the lures. I tried like 8 different ones. And I like using lure. So, I've seen them selling crickets in Walmart. I guess some guys are using that for bait. I didn't see anybody selling worms here. I'll have to go out and catch some. But here's what we're doing on our... I quit work at, I don't know, around 3 o'clock and decided to come fishing with my son. I usually don't record video as doing this because literally, we don't always catch stuff, so it gets kind of boring. It just allows us to get out and take in some vitamin E from the sun, sit in a comfortable chair and relax, gets him out of the house. He likes fishing. He gets even more excited when he catches one, of course. But, you know, I can actually get a free fishing license from him, but I got to jump because he has cerebral palsy. I have to jump through hoops to get it. I got to get a special doctor's note and all this other crap I got to do to get it. It's like an act of Congress to get him that free fishing license because he's disabled, and I need to do it. It's just so much easier to go pay the $30 or whatever and get a fishing license. Here you go. You're good for the year. So, but he likes to come out fishing. He cleans his own fish too. I taught him how to do that. He doesn't fillet. He can't fillet. He's no good at filleting. He'll cut himself. I have him take a fork to the scales and then cut their heads off, cut their belly, gut them, and then he can clean them like that. But and the reason he's way over there away from me is because I don't want him hooking me. He gets pretty crazy with that fishing rod when he casts it out. He needs some more practice. What did you lose? Well, it's in a paper bag, right? Or you dropped it. You dropped the hook? Oh, don't be doing that. It'll be hard to find. So you were putting a heavy sinker on the bottom and then some fish line out the side with the fish hook and then some pink juice. I don't know. It doesn't stick very good in the hook. We'll have to see. But I ain't getting no bites. So you guys are getting a real boring video.